The general election is now less than 2 weeks away, and 7 Seattle City Council seats are on the ballot. Welcome back to King 5 News at 5. I'm Joyce Taylor. Only 3 council members are running for re-election, including Andrew Lewis in District 7, who's being challenged by Bob Kettle. District 7 includes Downtown, Belltown, South Lake Union, and Queen Anne neighborhoods, among others. King 5's Connor Board joining us now with more on this race. Connor.
Joyce, Councilmember Andrew Lewis is just finishing his first term in office after being elected in 2019. Before holding office, he worked as a prosecuting attorney. Bob Kettle is a political newcomer and former Naval officer. Both men say they are best for the job. Downtown Seattle is a place that has been the focus of recovery efforts the past few years, and it's a place that Seattle City Council member Andrew Lewis and his challenger Bob Kettle both want to represent as the District 7 City Council member, and both running for different reasons.
In my first term, we set up a lot of really important programs that I want to see completely scaled to their full impact.
You know, my concerns about the failures of the current City Council to address public safety, public health, and homelessness.
Lewis says his top priorities are affordable housing, climate change, and public safety.
We need to make sure that when a community member calls 911, they get a fast, efficient response from a trained professional. Be that professional one of the mental health clinicians that we met today at the press conference I joined Mayor Harrell at, or be that responder, a firefighter, a police officer, an EMT.
Kettle has served on several community boards the past decade, including the Queen Anne Community Council, and says his top priorities are public safety, public health, and homelessness.
We need to lead with compassion with those folks, but we also have to have the wisdom to know that we can't have secondhand fentanyl smoke on our buses. We can't have our small businesses, the entrances blocked.
Both candidates say they support hiring more police officers and using alternative responses like the city's new care team of mental health responders. Kettle has frequently criticized Lewis for rejecting a proposed ordinance in June that would have allowed the city attorney's office to prosecute public drug use cases. He says due to Lewis's vote, 105 days of getting people help and holding people accountable were lost.
I would have definitely voted for that ordinance, and in fact, I would have been a co-sponsor along with council members Alex Peterson and Sarah Nelson, because it's that important.
Lewis says he voted against the ordinance because he felt like it treated all drug users as criminals. It was not a well thought out plan. Lewis ended up co-sponsoring new legislation to allow for the prosecution of these cases, which is now city law.
I understand that my opponent doesn't really respect these distinctions, but the nitty-gritty of policymaking is making sure that in our oversight, we are holding implementers accountable to deliver the plan that comports with our values and also a plan that will work. As we saw last week, this plan is working. It is getting people off the streets, it is getting people care, it is holding criminals accountable, and I stand by that plan.
As the two candidates each pledge to make downtown safer and a more welcoming place, one says he will bring a new perspective to the council, and the other says he has more work to do.
You know, I'm going to bring that experience of my naval career from leadership and management, but also being a leader in my community over the past decade, bringing that viewpoint, that experience from the community, that neighborhood look.
We need to bring people together. We need to solve our problems. That's what I'm going to continue to be dedicated to.
Ballots for the election were mailed out last week, and Election Day is on November 7th.